Well, good evening, everyone. Hello. Welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Well, here we are, guys, on a Monday night at our normally scheduled time, Monday nights at 9:30 Central. It's great to be back with all of you, and thank you for stopping by to hang out for a little while over on my little speck of sand on the beach that's called YouTube. I'm very excited to talk Scream 6 with all of you tonight. And we're just going to have a kickback, laid back kind of night where we're going to just chill. We're going to chill out. We're going to do some Q&A. And I do have a guest that's going to be joining me also very shortly. In fact, I already see him knocking on the door right now. So as he's steadily knocking. So let me go ahead and bring him in now, and then I will get back to you guys in the chat in just a moment. But please welcome a great friend of the channel, someone who's been on here many times and known him for quite some time now, and just such a cool dude, great content, and fun to hang out with. Please welcome my buddy Destin from Destination Station. Hey,
What's up,
man.
Craven?
How
What's
are
up,
you,
buddy?
bud? How are
Great.
you?
Doing really well. Thank you for the invite. What's up, everybody in the chat?
All right. Yeah, man. It's great to see you.
Yes, it is.
So glad you could be here. Like, you know what? We haven't kicked back and chatted in a while, man. Just kind of it's been a little bit, a couple weeks at least. Feels like it's been longer than that. But
Yeah, it does.
yeah,
Too long.
man. Too long. Yes. And real quick, guys, before we start getting into the discussion, real heavy, just wanted to say hello to all of you in the chat. You guys are awesome. Obviously, I can't call you all out by name because we are at like 50 people already. So I just want to say a blanket hello to everyone here. If you've left a comment, I am scrolling through the chat right now. And so I see your names, and I appreciate you all being here. So great to see such a great turnout to hang out with us tonight. And Jennifer says, just got out of a live stream for the new Ant-Man trailer. This day's been great for live streams. All right. Well, glad you're here, Jennifer. Glad you're all here. And my buddy Chris, of course, over at Discover Montreal. What's up, man? Chris will be joining me on the panel later this month. I'll be reaching out to him later this week to get something scheduled. So that's going to be a good time. All right. And everyone else, I'm scrolling. I see your names. Thank you all for being here. We're going to have a good time tonight. And yes, Bobby Joe, Destin is the fellow Stu Train supportee. Indeed.
Yes, I am.
You better believe it. Oh, yeah. Okay. So let me, first of all, before we get too far into it, I do want to say hello, a special hello and recognition to my moderators tonight. And I see we've got Sarah Campbell in the house who is moderating the chat. Sarah, thank you for doing such a great job and keep making sure our chat is a fun, safe place to be, negative free. And I appreciate that. And also, I
Sarah's
know
always great. She's
Sarah
great.
she is great, man. Sarah's awesome. She really is. And I know Denisha's here as well. So thank you, Denisha, for being here. And the Bearded Entertainment as well is here to help out and be called upon to mod if we need his help. But I know Sarah and you and Denisha got this down. So thank you so much for that. And also, real quick, I want to acknowledge all of my amazing Cravenites, all of you who are patrons of the channel and Cravenites, which means if you're here and you're new and you're like, what's a Cravenite? It's just another word for channel member. It's our channel members. We like to call them Cravenites. And so for all of you, I want to give a special thank you. And I like to try to start every stream and video giving you guys some recognition because I appreciate all of your support, and it really does help out the channel immensely. So, real quick, guys, before we get into it, let me play my members' welcome video so that you guys get some recognition tonight as well. So, here we go. All right. Thank you again. Thank you again, everyone, for your generous support of the channel. And I do want to say also, as Destin and I talk about our theories and ideas tonight, we will try to get to, of course, as I always do, as many in the chat as possible. However, on a night like tonight, as always, with a large gathering and with a guest where we're really bantering back and forth, it's going to be impossible to get to everyone's comments and questions. So just know if you leave a comment and we don't get it up tonight, don't take it personal. It's not. I promise you. It's just a matter of time and what I can physically see as I'm scrolling through the chat. So keep that in mind. However, I will say this. There is a way, if you want to make sure that your comment or question does get addressed on the stream with Destin and I tonight, all you need to do is do what, Destin? What can they do to get their comments up tonight?
All the super chats go to the front of the line.
Yes, sir. All super chats go to the front of the line. So if you submit a super chat question or comment, we'll move you right to the front. We'll get it taken care of, and we will not leave. It's really true.
Yeah.
Sorry about my voice, guys. It's kind of it was fine before the stream started, which is the weird thing. It's like my voice says no, but I promise you, if you can put up with my voice, then I will stick it out. But it's true, Destin. We are literally tomorrow. Tomorrow makes 1 month. I'm not what I wish 2 months, 2 months away from Scream 6 coming out in theaters. I'm already just I'm starting to get the butterflies, man. You know, those exciting butterflies where you're just feeling it in
Yeah.
anticipation. And I'm telling you, oh, we're going to get into it. Oh my gosh, Destin, we got so much to talk about. Real quick though, Miss Gonza, for your generous super chat, let's start off this stream with a couple of clips here for the new year. And Destin, I know this is the first stream that you've been on for the new year because I've only done a couple. So I'm just getting back in the swing of things. So now I know some of you have seen these. I've been playing on the last couple streams, but I think it's important, Destin, that we acknowledge workplace safety. Okay, it's very important. There's so many people, you know, are out of work because of accidents that happen on the job. So we're going to help bring awareness here on this channel to personal safety on the job, and so you can avoid things from happening like to this poor gentleman here.
I just figured I could reach over, make a measurement, and I'd be done with the job. I knew better than to wear my gloves when I was operating a lathe. I knew better than to calibrate while the lathe was running. It was a stupid mistake, and it's one I'll be paying for the rest of my life.
Jeez.
Wow. You see, Destin, I told you, bro, you got to be careful, man. Everything, every little decision makes a difference on the job. So, Mrs. Gonzo, really seriously though, thank you for your generous support. What a nice way to start this stream off. I really appreciate it. As I always like to say, I got this from Knight, and I think Knight said he got it from someone else. You know how we do. We pass it down.
Yeah.
I love the phrase, "You're helping to keep the lights on," and I love that phrase. So, and it's very, very true. So, and just to let you guys know too, just before we get into it, Destin, one thing I do want to share real quick is that, oh, well, Sarah says the workplace safety clips are my absolute favorite. That's great. I
That's
love
how
it.
slashers are made.
Yes, and believe me, bro, there's some more coming. If any more super chats come in tonight, I'll show you the rest of them, man. There's some more gnarly stuff coming for sure. And and Matt says there goes the Employee of the Month award. Oh dang. But Yeah. You know what? I totally lost my train of thought. Man, I got so off into thinking about these chats, and I was gonna go somewhere. I don't know where I was going. So you know what? We'll come back to it. No big deal.
It's okay. The stew train just keeps on rolling, baby.
Yeah, it does, man. The stew train will never ever stop. Oh no, I know what it was now. I do know what it was now. Thank you. That just jogged my memory for some reason. Even though it has nothing to do with stew, but it worked. So some just a quick channel update. Okay, some of the things like this year, I've got some equipment things that I'm looking at to upgrade for the channel, and depending how this year goes, and how many funds I'm able to save and raise through donations and things like that super chat I just got. If things go well, I'll be able to get some equipment quicker. But one of the things that I'm going to do this year, and it's going to take these live shows to the next level. I mean, real next level, blowing the roof off. So not only will we be doing like we do now, like I do here with the show on the live streams, but I'm going to be able to, as I purchase the equipment, I will have the ability to offer actual live phone calls onto the show, just like a talk radio show when you call a radio station.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to call in, and like certain super chat level, you'll be able to actually talk live, just like Destin and I are talking right now with you over the phone. And it's going to it's just going to elevate it to the next step. To me, that's the next level where I want this show to go here on my channel, Destin. And I think that's the natural order, and that will just raise it up to the roof. So guys, we're going to, by the end of the year, hopefully much sooner than that, hopefully in the next 3 months, within the next 3 months, if I can get enough saved up, I will be able to bring you guys elevated content, phone ins, sound effects I can play live, clips I can play live, audio clips, not just video, just totally enhance it. So to the next level. Plus we'll have, what we're doing now, super chats like they are, everything will be the same. It's just adding more, because I want to bring you guys even more elevated shows for 2023. So that's what I'm trying to do for you guys. All right. So as you continue to, support the channel through your memberships, through your super chats, all of those things help get there quicker. So we'll definitely be doing that. And we got, speaking of which, JT coming in. What's up, JT? JT's Horror Discussions. I love it, with the $5 super chat. Says, good to hear you, Stephen, and all of you here are loved and matter. Absolutely, JT. Man, you know what? You took a page out of my playbook, brother. You know what? It's so true, man. It's good. It's good that you're here, man, and it's so good, to see you, buddy. And I appreciate your support. Thank you for the super chat, and I'm just going to stay in this for just a minute here, also, before we even get into anything else. While we're talking about this, JT's right. Everyone here is loved and matters. I really mean this, and from the bottom of my heart. And I recently was speaking with an individual who's really important to the community, and they, and they're having some struggles right now. And I just want to say this, guys, that no matter what you're going through right now, listen, you matter. No matter what people tell you, no matter what situations you're struggling through in life, and whether people are questioning your worth or your value, and any of those things, listen, it is noise. Don't listen to those idiots. Okay. At the end of the day, you matter. You're here with a purpose, and it's not an accident that you're here at this time, at this place. It's not an accident. And I want to let you know right now that whatever's going on, you can pull through. You can overcome. You can rise above. You just have to never give up. See, where we always sometimes fall short in life is when we allow ourselves to succumb and give in to defeat. But we have a choice. We have a choice in the matter. And even though the voices can get loud and the feelings can get overwhelming, and it can get to a place where you may not even feel like you can get out of bed in the morning. It's very real. But listen, I promise you this, if you just do, if you just will do it, if you will just say, I am going to get up, I am going to move forward, I am going to make myself put one foot in front of another right now because I matter and you matter. You are worth it. You're worth every single part of your being. You are worth it. And whether it's the person in the mirror looking back at you that says you're not worth it, you're no good, you don't deserve it, you can't overcome, you're defeated, what's the point? Just give up. Even if it's you, you're lying to yourself. And I will tell you this right now, you do matter. You are worth it. You can beat it. Don't let it win. Don't let the people win that are marginalizing you, that are saying that you don't belong, that says your voice doesn't matter. Don't listen to them. It's lies. They're lying to you. Let me tell you something. You are just as important and valuable as every other human being on this planet. And you know what? Even though you may feel defeated, even though you may feel like you have nothing to offer, you do. And you are equipped with unique gifts, unique talents, perspectives, experience. You have these things in you right now. And those things are there not by accident, not for no reason, for a reason. And I promise you this, no matter how lonely you may feel, you don't have to be alone. You don't have to go through it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you right now, this community, this channel, and I know I can speak for Destin. I know Destin's heart. I know his channel. I know his community, his passion. This is a place where all of that noise stops at the front door. Because here you are loved. Here you are accepted. Here you do have a voice. Here you're not marginalized. Here you are a part of the family whose opinion matters, whose presence matters. Just you being here matters. And if you're at that place right now where you don't feel that way in your life, and maybe this is the only place you will feel that way, don't leave. Don't leave. Stay. Hold on to it. Hold on to it because you know what? We are here as a community with you. Destin will hold your hand. I will hold your hand. Everyone in this chat right now will hold your hand in this community and we will walk with you. Now, we may not be able to walk your walk ahead of you, but we can walk with you. How many times in life, Destin, are we in situations sometimes where if we just had someone walking with us, we would have felt confident? You know, just
Yeah.
walking with us, not just right beside us, holding our hands. You know what? I can't hold your hand literally, but virtually I can. Virtually, I can be here and tell you and encourage you to move forward because you've got it. And we can hold your hand as a community. We can lift each other up. We can encourage each other. We can support one another. And that's what this family is about at Craven Something Scary. That is what this channel is about. It's what's most important to me above all else, above Scream 6 theories, above the next movies coming out, above our favorite movies from last year. Those are all fun, great things to talk about. But this is what matters the most. This is what's most important. And I promise you this, guys, that no matter your background, where you came from, what's going on in your life now, whatever you're feeling, whatever, it doesn't matter. All of those things, you belong here. All right? You belong here. This is a place where I want you to know that it's safe. And if anyone ever comes in and tries to make it unsafe, or if they try to do anything against what I've just said, they will not be here anymore. They'll be gone immediately. My moderators or myself, they'll be gone. They'll be blocked, period. Zero tolerance. All right? So just know this. You're a family, you're at home, you're safe. Be yourself. The only rule that reigns supreme in this chat is respect. That's it. If you respect one another, there's no bullying, there's no yelling, there's no calling names. This is a place of respect. Mutual respect. Now that doesn't mean we can't disagree. That's fine. But we do it respectfully and we do it courteously.
Yep.
Like a family and friends do. So, guys, I won't rant anymore, but listen, that was on my heart. That was from my heart. That wasn't scripted. I'm not sitting here reading a page. That was from my heart in the moment. And I meant every word of it. So for anyone and everyone that hears this my voice right now, you matter, you're important, and to heck with everyone else that tells you otherwise. They're lying. Don't listen to them. All right.
Perfectly said.
Man. Okay, man. Wow. Well, JT, thank you for your super chat, my friend. I did not anticipate that coming tonight, but you know what? It was the right time, and it was on my heart when I read that, JT. I had to say it. So I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys all know that. I really do. I love each and every one of you that are here tonight, and those of you who are watching in a replay. I care about all you guys and gals. So, JT, for your super chat, let's take a look here. Oh, hold on. Before I do that, let me see here. Sarah says we've got someone here who's gifted. Oh, we sure did. Two Boys and Their Scary Pop has gifted a membership. All right. Thank you so much, man. That's so kind. And let's see who got it. Bobby Joe. Hey, Bobby Joe 24 just received the gift membership courtesy of Two Boys and Their Scary Pops. Welcome to the inner circle of the Cult of Craven. You are now a family member in the most inner circle of ways and can now participate in members only watch parties, which we're doing a couple of those this month. So Bobby Joe 24, welcome to the family, my friend. So cool. And thank you so much, Eric, seriously, for your gifting of that membership. That's very, very, very kind. Destin, let's take a look here. Do we want to do some more workplace safety for JT, or do we want to switch it up, man? What do you think?
Let's do one more.
Okay, let's go. So, let's see. Here we go. This is a fun one here that is an important reminder to watch out. Watch out for flying objects. Wow.
That's like Final Destination.
You're not going to get away.
That was that Tom's man to go. I just know it.
That's right. It was meant to be. And also real quick, because again, I promise you guys, super chats go to the front of the line. Sarah Campbell, look here, one of my moderators tonight. Thank you, Sarah, coming in with a $5 super chat. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Says, hit me with another workplace safety video, please. It's so great. You know what, Sarah? You know what you ask, and you shall receive. Let's see here. Those forklifts, bro. Those forklifts can be a real dangerous thing. Let's take a look at what not to do. Here we go. Ah, that ankle shot gets me, bro. Like every time.
Hey, I almost saw something like that years ago when I worked in a warehouse. This guy was backing up and it was coming away from the dock, but we
Oh,
stopped him just in time.
oh,
Yeah, like it was about to be bad. Bad news bears.
oh man, that's awful. And
Yeah,
that's so dangerous
yeah.
and can be so bad. Gosh, man.
Probably
Sarah,
happens more often than you think.
well, I'm sure it does. If you think about
Yeah.
all the forklifts. Just talk about forklifts for a second. I people here for scream. We're talking forklifts, baby. Imagine all the forklifts in operation across just the United States alone
Yeah.
on a given workday. I mean, thousands upon thousands. There's got to be,
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
A lot of opportunity for error for bad things.
Yep.
Sarah, thank you so much. Much appreciated. And thank you guys. I see y'all. Your kind words, much appreciated. Seriously, I you guys mean the world to me. So thank you guys so much. Um, thank you, Matt. Very very kind. That's right, man. We don't tear each other down. Not here. Not on this channel. It does not happen. Will not
Right.
happen. Um, so all right, very good. Okay, so here we go. Destin. So much has been happening, my friend. So we've got let's kind of reset here and talk about. I had to delete a bunch of images because I did the best movies of the year last year,
Mm-hmm.
and I had all these movie posters, so I had to dump most of my Scream stuff. I had to come back and reload it, but that's all right. I got a few things. Um, but first of all, let's talk about overview. Maybe before we get into some, because there's a lot of specific theories and stuff we're going to get into, but just overview me right now. What is your feeling about Scream 6 as we're at the 2 month mark before it comes out?
You know, I before that teaser, I was pretty worried, but
Hmm.
the tone of that teaser, it got me back on board. I was just like, nope, I really think we have something special here. Even though we got the absence of Nev Campbell, I think that we're actually in for a treat. And this could possibly be it. I mean, honestly, I really think it's going to be a make or break it, but I really do think it's going to make it. I think
Hmm.
it's going to be a solid entry. I think this is the one that they're going to try something different.
Okay.
And I think this time around, the twist, the motive, I think it's going to land. Whatever it is, whatever they have up their sleeve, I think they're going to land it this time.
Nice, man. I'm optimistic too. I feel the same way. I really do. I believe that all they've shown us, and again, it hasn't been much, which I like that. But what they've shown us in the casting, man, it's hard. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to mess up with Jenna Ortega, Samara Weaving, Hayden Panettiere, Courtney Cox. I mean, just those four alone are like powerhouses. You
Yeah.
know, um, and there's other great actors there too, good performers. But yeah, man, I feel it too. That they've got a lot going for them with the new setting, the New York setting we've never seen. And then they're doing this whole multiple mask thing, which is really exciting.
Hmm.
And I'm a bit out of touch with a lot of people's videos, but I got to catch up. But I want to share this image because we got this image, right? Remember this
Yeah.
great. That's the most recent official image that we have from the studio itself. And I did a video about this image, and basically because of Chris at Discover Montreal again, my man on the streets. He's such an amazing guy and hooked me up with some exclusive images. He tracked down that location. He knows exactly where that is. I put a video out matching up the photos of the alley with the vent. It all matches perfectly. And that's rumored to be, it's rumored to be, with a grain of salt here, where the opening kill takes place, the opening attack. And it just so happens, Destin, that, and I don't know if you've seen the video or not, so I'm just going to tell you, on those images where that's located is
Mhm.
a huge alley that connects two streets.
Yeah.
And it's an apartment building, but it's also got retail shops, apartments at the top, but it's got this huge alleyway. And I'm gonna upload a picture here. But the reason I bring that up is because we already know we got a subway scene, at least one. And Tyler from Radio Silence stated that there are several scenes that utilize the scenery, utilize the setup for some intense chase scenes, intense suspenseful scenes, I should say. And so I believe, Destin, we're getting that New York alley chase scene.
I think so too. I think so too. Because just like with this shot, the
Mm-hmm.
one you just had up here,
Mm-hmm.
with the camera looking up at him, that feels like he's getting ready to do his last stab before the title card hits.
Yes,
You know,
dude.
like
Yes.
this is like him hovering over his body, whoever's body this is,
Mm-hmm.
and getting ready to just stab. And this whole setup makes me think of that scene from I Know What You Did Last Summer with Sarah Michelle Gellar, where she's trying to get down that alley to safety, and she can't make it. And that parade's
Mm-hmm.
going by, and she's yelling, and then there's an attack. It might be something similar like that.
Yes, absolutely. And I agree 100%, man. I think, I felt the same way regarding how, um, you've got this chase scene, you've got this alleyway, and you've got him standing there as if he is towering over his victim. And something else about that, I'm going to get this uploaded here. I'm going to show you. Oh, see if these all upload. Another thing about this image, that when you blow this up, super zoom in and you brighten it up. I brightened the image up and looked at it really closely. If you look, and now you can't see it here, but on the left hand side and the left chest area, there is dried blood. It's red on the
Mhm.
robe, and the left hand, which we can only see, is the left glove. It has got dried blood on it, just as if you would see him after he wipes the blood off. It's got like the blood on the robe, on his glove. It's there.
Yeah.
And assuming this killer's right-handed, then that's probably from wiping the knife clean. And let me see. Here we go. So, for example, here's this. So you see this image here. Look to the left here. You see that vent on the wall?
Hmm.
That's there. It's curves down. It's that kind of a weird shape, goes down and curves.
Yeah.
All right, check this out, man. This is the exact location that Chris found. Look at that. There it is. This is
Oh man,
this is the exact spot.
that's
And
it.
that's it. And you can also verify it by the above the arrow here. You see, it's got like the white brick, and then it's got the darker brick, and then above it's that lip up there, it's like extended. Look at the brick here above Ghostface's shoulder there. Look
Yep.
at see the white bricks.
Yep.
Now watch this again. So look at that lip, and then look at the white lips. The white bricks above his shoulder, and boom, look at
They're
that.
there.
There
Yep.
it is.
That's got to be it.
This is it. Now, this is basically the same angle that shot's taken from, essentially, is here. Just not quite the same, but it's real close. Now, here is the other side. If you look at it from the other side, see that gap on the right-hand side there, where you can see there's the gap in the buildings?
Yeah.
That's where Ghostface is standing, facing the blue cans. He'd be facing, so we'd be looking at his back right now
Right.
if he's standing there. Now,
isn't there a door right there too on that other image? Or is that a window?
I think it's a window. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's a window.
Yeah, right here at the left.
Oh,
Yeah.
right there. Yeah. That could be a door there. Yeah. That could be a door. Yeah, good call. So we have this angle, and then we have just to show you a little bit what this looks like. If you were to back up now even further, look at the alley. Look at that.
Wow.
So where that truck is there in the middle, that's where Ghostface would be facing down there, right by
Yeah.
that truck. And then here's another shot. Actually, I think that's the same shot. Yeah, this just didn't have the arrow on it. It's a little bit different. Whoops, it's a little bit wider shot, but you can see the alley there to get perspective of how far it is. So, man, we've got this alley connecting these two different streets. And could you imagine what we could potentially see here?
Yeah.
Now, Chris is saying that that's also pretty sure that's the John Wick scene was also shot in that alley. Very cool, man.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
Wouldn't that be crazy if Keanu Reeves was the opening kill?
Oh my gosh. John
Uh,
Wick. There you go.
um, I was thinking I did make a video on this as well, and one of my theories was similar to Child's Play, where
Right.
the babysitter gets knocked out the window. What if our
Mm.
victim gets thrown out, similar to what happened to CC Cooper in 2, but it's not that far up. It's just high enough to where they break their leg when they land, and
Oh
she's
man.
crawling to get out of the alleyway and screaming for help, and just like slowly Ghostface emerges from like the doorway or the other side or something, and just like comes up and just finishes the job.
Dude. Well, and here's another thing. What if this is just, just fun to think about. That's what we're doing tonight. Tonight's live stream really is about theories. We're just going to talk theories and have fun. We're not, you know, this is the night, guys, of what could be. Because if you think about it, Destin, we've only got 2 more months to have theories like this where we can try to figure it out and connect dots. Once we see the movie, it's all over. Then we have to start thinking about 7, and looking back on 6. So we're going to enjoy this tonight, just talking theories. So here's another idea to piggyback on that. What if, because knowing that this alleyway connects with 2 streets, could you imagine if we have the victim falls out the window or maybe runs down the fire escape or whatever, and then starts to run down and sees Ghostface at the end of the alleyway, and then they stop and turn around and run, and another Ghostface is on the other side of the alleyway.
I was thinking the same. That was going to be the next thing I was going to say. Great minds think alike, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be really crazy.
dude, it would be so. And then you can imagine like both of them start running at the person from either side. They're like closing in on it. They're both running through. Oh my
And
gosh.
she tries to get back through the other door that she came out of, but it's locked. It locks behind you. She can't get
Oh
back
yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah. Locks
or
behind
something.
her. Yes, dude. And then you've got 2 ghost faces at the same time killing one victim as the opening kill. Never been done before.
They slightly did it in 4, but it was stab. Remember?
Well, it was
Yeah, I don't really
stab.
count it,
It
but
doesn't count.
yeah,
The concept was there
yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure. You're right. Concept was there. Um, Nick Push says, "Hey guys, just stopping by to show my support for the channel." Well, thank you very much, Nick. Appreciate you hanging out as much as you can, sticking around, checking in. We do appreciate it. Movies and breakfast. You're right. Dang it. That's it. That's the facts right there. Anybody can come back unless they were double tapped. Technically, they can all come back. Those are Randy's rules.
Yeah.
And Dewey's rules 2 and 5. You got to shoot him in the head. So man, we got this alley scene, and whether or not it's at the beginning of the movie or not, doesn't matter to me. What matters is that they're there in an alleyway,
Yeah.
and we're going to finally have an alley chase scene. So 2 things for my list, Destin: subway and alley. Looks like they're both checked off.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's not
I
the
just
only
want to know
things,
who the
but
victim is. I want to know who it is.
No,
Are we going to get just a new character, or is it going to be someone like, we've seen before, like that opening scene with Cotton Weary? That still stings. So
it does, man. Every time I see Scream 3, like I'll start and I'll watch it, or even if I watch it with my daughter because she loves them all now. We're watching them every week,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh, I just well, you don't want Cotton to die." I'm like, "I don't either. I get it. Like, I don't want it to happen." Lewis says we need Craven to write a Scream movie. Man, let me tell you, if there was a way, I would be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
If they're needing a writer for 7, make the call. I will be there on the first flight. I'm gone. It would be an honor. It's an honor.
It would be stew, 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 stew.
Oh, buddy, let me tell you what. One thing I promise you, if I got that phone call to come write that movie, we would all be getting it up.
Yeah! I'm ready, baby!
Oh yeah.
Get up!
Get it up.
Get up!
New train rolling.
Get up!
Get it up.
Get up!
Yeah. I
Dude,
wasn't
it's
Stu.
fun.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And when he emerges, he says, "This is my last scare."
Oh.
To whoever, Sam or whoever. You know, I'm
Yeah.
really, concerned about Jenna Ortega's character now, how much she's blown up. And because there's talks, I don't know if it was fake or what, but I saw a lot of sources talking about that she's been approached by Marvel.
Well,
And
she says she has been?
yeah, I've been
What?
seeing, yeah,
I haven't heard that yet.
and if she's signing on other contracts, you got the sequel or you got
Mhm.
the season 2 of Wednesday and whatever else,
Yep.
like it all depends on what contract she's, like, is this contract to contract, like, or is this like she signed on for 3 movies? If not, I'm afraid they might rip
Oh,
our hearts out with that,
man. I tell you, it's something that it's come to my mind before too, buddy, because she's skyrocketing, man. Like her career, she's doing so great.
Mhm.
And I'm afraid, yeah, that's the fear, right? The fear is what if Radio Silence is like, we're not going to be able to afford her for 7. We're going to go ahead and take her out in 6.
Yeah.
Dude, no. We can't do that because if honestly, if I'm Project X, the company that's producing the movie, James Vanderbilt's company,
Mhm.
I'm like, you know what? We're hedging our bets, kind of like Tom Brady. Whatever it takes, like the Buccaneers right now, they're giving anything he wants, he gets it.
Yeah.
Just don't leave. And it's
Yeah.
kind of the same thing. Be like, Jenna, whatever you need, we're keeping you because as she stays, so do those ticket sales. She's only going to enhance the ticket sales,
Yeah.
Destin. And here's my thought, and I'll ask you, but my opinion, the potential lost revenue from losing Nev Campbell has been made up with Jenna Ortega's success.
Oh yeah.
And I think she's replaced that revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
think so too. I think so
Mhm.
too. It worries me because like you said earlier, like we got Hayden, we got Melissa Barrera, we got Jen Ortega, and we got Courtney Cox. It's a Scream movie. We got to be saying goodbye to somebody.
Somebody. Yeah. That's a good point. You're a very good point, man.
I mean, I could be completely wrong. They might all be survivors at the end, and it might just be on to the next one. But I'm trying to prepare myself, but I'm not prepared. Like it's gonna sting when it happens.
It's going to sting because like you say, there's going to be their bodies are going to be hitting the floor. You can't
Mhm.
have 10 people survive to the next movie.
No,
You
no.
just can't. So yeah, I 100% agree. Another thing too, I want to share real quickly. I do see a super chats come in, so we're about to get to you next. But before we do, we had a goal tonight to have 100 thumbs up on this live stream. And as of right now, we've got 86 people in the live chat, and we are currently at 58 thumbs up. So if you guys want to help us out and help this stream get to even more people tonight and in the replay mode. If you would smash that thumbs up button right now, guys, takes you less than 2 seconds. It would help this stream immensely, and we would really appreciate it. Help us get to our goal of 100 thumbs up. Right, Destin? It feels good to hit a goal, man.
That's right. Smash
Yeah.
that thumbs up. We're
Yes.
what are we at? 65? Oh,
I
we
think
can
we're
do
up to
this.
67 now. So let's
Oh,
go.
okay, yeah. It just hit. Yeah. We got 86 people watching right now. So yeah, come on, guys and ladies, we can do this. We can do this.
Oh yeah, we can that. I think we can hit that 100 here in a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
And also, guys, we'll go ahead and get to our super chat because you super chats moved to the front of the line as I promised. And Justin, my good friend Justin, what's going on, man? Coming in with $5 super chat tonight. Thank you, buddy. The worst radio silence could do is the same thing as the rest, but in New York. Boring. Oh, 100%. 100% agree. Yeah. Like you have to use the environment, right, Destin? You've
Mhm.
got to, man. Because the worst thing that we could do would be to leave the theater thinking, man, I felt like I was in Woodsboro.
Yeah.
Like, what happened here? But clearly we know we're getting the subway. We know we're getting alleyway. That's a good sign, as I mentioned earlier.
Mhm.
But Justin's right. I mean, we need to see it be different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of being different, Destin, what are some of the unique settings, perhaps, that you would like to see utilized? Now, obviously, I saw a chat earlier, and I marked to get back to it, but I'll just mention it now while I'm thinking of it. It was from Hollywood Guy, my boy Hollywood Guy. What's up, Hollywood Guy? Hollywood Guy said, "Do you see a kill happening at the Statue of Liberty?" Now, I don't.
Mhm.
I don't. Let me tell you why I don't. Alex, I'm just reading names. Destin, I will ask you after that. Whew, gotta slow down. My eyes are going all over the place. So here's the reason I don't think we'll get a Statue of Liberty. Only because since we know it's in Montreal, they're not actually there in New
Yeah.
York. If they were in New York, I think yes. But and I know CGI can be done well, and this is a $35 million movie, but I have a feeling that might be too risky to come off as cheesy. If you
Yeah.
don't pull that off, Destin, it could ruin the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I don't think I even want to see it, you know. I think that's too much. I think I mean I could see like maybe like if they use like green screen and you just think that they're up there and
Mhm.
it's like the final scene, but I don't think I want that.
I don't either, man. I don't. It sounds great. It's one of those things where like it sounds cool, but when you start to really flesh that out, it's just if dude, it would have to be so perfect to
Yeah.
not detract from the movie, right?
You know what I would like for the ending to be on that subway. If
Oh.
if something happens to Mindy right there, which I don't, you know, I don't know if I'm ready for that either, but if something happens and makes everyone scatter out and then the doors lock and it's only our last 5, 6 characters and we don't know which one is Ghostface.
Mhm.
And that's the showdown.
Ooh. Oh man, that would be awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
any of these like situational, like situational settings like that, I think are awesome. Whether it be a subway or a skyscraper, or something like that. I think is really cool. And I just as long as it's done like the old statement, know your limitations,
Hmm.
right? Know where your lines are and don't cross them
Right.
because and as long as you stay within bounds, it's going to be killer. That's what I want them to do. Like wherever the line is to not cross, don't cross it, and let's just keep it there. Justin, great super chat. Thank you, man. That's very very kind of you. And you know what? Let's keep the work safety tips flowing because I've still got I think another one here that we haven't done yet, and it's important to know that your foundation in life is strong, and also your foundation for ladders.
Jeez.
Oh, dude, it's hardcore.
I'm never working in a warehouse again.
This is like the perfect thing to show potential employees. Like,
This should be like the orientation video. Like, hey, don't be this guy.
yeah, are you sure you want to work here? Oh, wow. Also, real quick, I want to mention here. Chris was mentioning at Discover Montreal. He says that Mel Studios actually has one of the 360 backdrops that can simulate any landscape you need, and it looks pretty good. Ooh. So Chris is saying when it comes to the Statue of Liberty, you say there's a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. Well, that's interesting, Chris. That's good to know. Chris is our inside guy. He knows the scoop. He's an ambassador of Montreal. He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's great, man. Like I say, if it can be done in a way, Destin, that is realistic, that's the biggest key.
Yeah. You don't want it to feel like, some of those movies, like, like the Fast and the Furious movies, like a lot of times when they're like driving the car on the inside of the cab, it's like you can tell it's a green screen. I don't want to tell that it's a fake setting.
Yes.
It's just gonna be distracting.
It's distracting. It literally takes you out of the movie.
Yeah.
And we've never had that experience in a Scream movie. And Wes Craven, very, very much all about making it feel real. And Scream 5, it was fine. The cinematography I'm not a big fan of, but it still didn't feel like unreal, except for those of us hardcore fans knew that was the soundstage for Stu's house.
Yeah.
You could tell the grass. In fact, every time I see Chad falling down,
Yeah.
it's AstroTurf like looking stuff, dude.
Yeah.
You notice that, Destin?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
again, I'm not going to beat up on 5, but that's not. But realism.
If they ever take it back to Stu's house in 7 or whenever, please get the actual location.
Yes, please. Yes. I mean, I know it may be more expensive and all that stuff. Just, you know what? Increase the budget, do what you got to do, because you can never replace those first, honestly, those that all the Wes Craven Screams really, but especially that Santa Rosa landscape in Scream 1. Just gorgeous. My gosh.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Just want to say hi to Lady Luna. What's going on, Luna? Lady Luna back in the house. It's good to see you here on the stream. Tryhard says, I want to see a musical number on Broadway where Ghostface dances and slashes.
We might get it.
You might get it. It's going to say that's actually possible for sure. All right. So, okay. So now let's talk about some other things we've got going on with Scream 6. We got a lot of things happening. We got this poster. Do I still have it? I may have had to get rid of it. I think I did. We got the poster for the Christmas poster, the Christmas Day poster. And speaking of musicals, we're going to kind of go there now. We saw on the poster, hey, what's up, Tyler? We saw on the poster, Wrongfully Accused, the musical.
Yeah.
And now, Wrongfully Accused, as I know you know, Destin, is the name of Gail Weathers' first book.
Yeah.
About Cotton Weary's imprisonment. So I think, personally, we're going to have a musical of her very first book enacted on stage. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's where they're going, or do you think it means something else?
I mean, it's very possible. It bringing that into this, I mean, I think it could be just a part of it. Like, the pop culture, stab movies are a big thing. Um, there's probably a new Stab movie being out, like just hit theaters, or a new sequel in the works, and it's marketed all over the city. So it's like giving our surviving cast like this PTSD from what happened to them, because it's probably based on their lives or something that happened in Woodsboro.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking. Similar to how Scream 2 was, when we saw those Stab, when they were making Stab, and it was like, oh, Tori Spelling's playing Sydney and all that. I think we're going to see something similar to that. And it makes me question the whole musical thing, because could there be the motive of our killer? Could they be connected to Cotton somehow?
Well,
You,
yeah, makes you wonder.
could
Yes.
could they go on as far as like maybe somebody else is hosting 100% Cotton and it's not Cotton anymore? Maybe that comes back in a way, you know?
Yeah, could be. So maybe it's a clue that Cotton Weary's in, either a relative or something is connected to this movie in motive,
Right.
perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think we can't rule it out, man. And
Yeah.
here's something else. This is a little bit, maybe some people think this is a stretch, maybe, but that's all right. That's what we're doing now. That's what's fun about theories, because everything is possible right now. It's plausible.
Hmm.
So you know how we've got Roman numerals for Scream 6.
Hmm.
And I've often wondered, is that a not subconscious, but a non-spoken, non-verbal clue that there is a connection to Roman Bridger, Roman numerals? I don't know.
Oh yeah, that I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
could be. Could be
Yeah.
some connection. Um, Something to think about.
Yeah.
Jen says, Jen's sad that Craven and I haven't said hello. Oh, Jen.
Oh,
Oh,
Jen.
don't be sad.
Hey, Jen.
Hello.
We love you.
You know we love you. Jen is awesome. One of my moderators here on the channel, great friend. In fact, I knew Jen before this channel existed.
Oh
That's how
wow.
far we go back. Yeah,
Nice.
we go way back, Destin.
I call her hashtag digital bouncer.
There you go, man. I love it. Um, Lady Luna says, I still have hopes for a Roman revival or a tribute. Yeah, I could, I'm telling you, we never saw Roman double tapped, guys. Remember that.
Yeah.
Not that I think he's alive. I don't, but I'm just saying we never saw it. If we're going to go by that standard.
I I I don't know why lately I've just got this feeling that Jill might make a return somehow. I don't know why. I just bringing back, you know, bringing back Kirby. I'm trying to make sense to like why are we why are we going this route? Like, and if we don't get Stu, that I think Jill's the next best thing to be revealed as far as like a surprise to all of us. I think we'll get,
Yeah.
and that's the one thing that this movie has to do that five failed at, is that these motives have to hit, because
Yes.
every entry we have like that one person that's just in it just to be a part of it, doing it for the fame or whatever, and
Hmm.
then or it's fun. And then we have the other person that has that motive, has that thing.
Yeah. Right.
And if they don't do that this time around, if it's just another couple of fans, or even, like if there's no connection
Hmm.
or strong family ties here or anything with Sam and Tara, I just feel like it's a cash grab. It would be a cash grab at that point, because I feel like you're not even trying here. You're just making a movie just to make it.
Yeah. You're right. And that's a good observation, because I recently said it on a live stream the other day, is that one of the things about Five that was so different was that it was the only motive that was not personal for someone in
Hmm.
the history of the franchise. So if you think about that, because we had Billy with 1, Mrs. Loomis in 2,
Hmm.
Roman with 3, Jill with 4, Those are all now they had accomplices, but those are the masterminds. Those are the ones that they had a personal motive. We
Mm-hmm.
get to 5, the motive is strictly because the Stab franchise is no good now, and they
Yeah.
want to make a new Stab movie. There
Yeah.
was no personal motive involved. And frankly, I missed that portion of that part of it. I hope they do get back to that, Destin, as well.
Yeah.
Give us a personal motive where it has more weightiness to it, more meaning to it than
Yeah.
just, I want a better movie franchise.
Yeah.
It's kind of weak sauce in a
Yeah.
way,
Yeah.
So Katie's reminding everyone, yes. And Katie, hello to you, my friend, another one of my moderators and great friend of the channel. And to me personally, subscribe to our Amazing Friend Destination Station. Absolutely, guys. If you are here, and out of the 85 people here, I'm sure at least one of you has not yet subscribed to Destination Station. Please make sure you do so. Good friend of mine here. He's a regular on the panel, and just a lot of fun to hang out with, and great content. So please, guys, make sure you subscribe. Let's grow it. Let's help him continue to grow. And where are you at now, man? I know you're over 2,000.
Yeah. I'm just shy of 2,100. So almost there.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you, Katie, and thank you, Craven. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. Of course, man. That's very exciting. I'm so happy. Um, Anything I can do to support you, man, I've got you, buddy. Anything I can do. All right.
Likewise.
Oh, of course, of course. So, guys, listen. There's so many rabbit trails and things that could happen here. But one thing that just happened right now is Justin coming in with a $5 super chat. Again, here, thank you, Justin, my friend. I much appreciated. Great support to the channel. Says Richie should have been Stu's nephew. Problem solved. There's your personal vendetta. But what's the push for a Jill reveal? I'm pretty sure she's dead. Well, Justin, here's what I want to say. And then, Destin, I want to get your thoughts. So, first of all, Richie being Stu's nephew, that's cool. Yeah, I could have. It would have been kind of cool to have him, in that role, and it would have made it personal.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: we already had Stu's nephew in the movie,
Yeah.
and he was a throwaway character. We had Vince, and
Yeah.
Vince was a total. I'm sorry, man, a waste.
Yeah.
A total waste. Just really.
They could have done that same exact kill just later on in the movie. Just let
Yeah.
us get to know him a little bit more and let him be a little bit.
Mhm.
How's he going to be a red herring when he's the first one out?
Right. We get 2 scenes with them. One of them he doesn't talk, and the only other
Yeah.
scene we get, well, with 3 scenes technically, the only other scene we have where he's talking is when he pulls a switchblade out, and then the other scene he's yelling at the wall, and he gets killed. That's all. He
Mhm.
could have been. Wouldn't it have been cool to see him be a red herring for an hour, at least hour and 10 minutes?
Yeah.
If where we really think it might be him.
Couldn't you imagine him like showing up to the party at the end and he's uninvited and it's like, why are you here? And he's just that creepo just lurking around. You're just like, yeah, something's not right about this guy.
Exactly. Yeah. And then he's one of the ones that comes running in at the end where Liv comes in, and remember at the very end reveal, and everyone's flying in from different parts of the house. He could have been there even for that. It would have been really, really would have been cool. I would love that.
Yeah.
Now let's see here. The second part of his question, Justin says, "What's the push for Jill reveal?" I mean, I don't know that it's really a push from my perspective. I think that the fact that she's not double tapped, again, she wasn't shot in the head, and Wes Craven was going to bring her back in 5. So that was another reason why. I do think she's dead. I still do. I do think she's dead personally. Just me personally. But you can't say, in my mind, I can't say, well, remember she was shot in the head. I can't say that. Because not only that, remember she got electrocuted. But what happened, Destin? After she got electrocuted, she stood up. Yeah, she stood up and was with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I can't even say like that killed her inconclusively.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on Jill, man? And what's your gut tell you? Do you feel like she's dead, or do you think she could come back?
I've always thought that she was dead. I really have. It's just
Yeah.
here recently, I'm just thinking, I really don't think we're getting Stu in this one. And I'm thinking with Kirby coming back and what's his name? Dermot Mulroney? Is that his
Roney.
name?
Yep. Hmm.
Him having a connection with four as well. I'm thinking there's something we're missing out of four. Like we're bringing four back twice with two characters here.
Yeah.
Because Dermot Mulroney could just be a detective in New York. He doesn't have to be connected to anybody
Hmm.
in the fourth film. We already got Kirby there for that weight. So why? I'm just wondering. Like I keep thinking back to four. Like are they bringing back something that we're missing? Like they're gonna just have a twist on there, and it could be nothing. You know, it could just be they're just trying to have the whole universe connect some way. But um with Jill, like you said, like was not shot in the head. Stu wasn't shot in the head. I just feel like if Stu does not make a return, I think that's the next thing that would surprise me if she walks out.
Yeah, man. I mean, I agree. I have to agree. It would be it would be connected to four Kirby's. I mean, like you say, man, the connection to four. I know that obviously because they've got Kirby back, but seems to me that there, as long as Kirby's there, there's everyone that was not really like we know for sure is dead. It can be in play. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, on the Lethal Collective earlier, we were talking about Charlie. And is there any chance because Charlie wasn't double tapped either? Neither one of them were.
That's true.
And I'm like, man, I don't think he's alive. But I mean, if we're gonna play by those rules, then technically Charlie's in play.
Yeah, I didn't care for Charlie.
I didn't
Uh,
either.
if
He's
he
like,
walks out, I'm gonna be like, I wish it was Jill.
I
I don't know. Um,
know,
but yeah,
man.
yeah, you're right. You're right. But I don't know. He was stabbed in the heart. I mean,
He was. And I
and
believe
that's
it
a
was
big
twice
knife.
too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think it was two stabs. Um, yeah, I just can't imagine him surviving that because, I mean, it's not like Stu's wounds because Stu wasn't stabbed in the heart or an artery.
mm-mm,
He wasn't bleeding out like that. It was different. They were different places.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll have to see.
And just to
Um,
clarify, that's not what I want initially. I
right.
just I'm just
Yeah.
saying that like lately I'm really starting to like think about it and I'm wondering like why are we making all these ties to four and bringing that back? Are they going to have something else tied to four?
Yes.
So,
Yes, I agree. No, and I'm with you too. It's just as we've gotten closer to the movie, and as we're seeing these old masks, there's like, wait a minute, we're going back. There's something in the history. There's something we're going back to,
yeah.
and don't know what it is right now, but it just feels like there's something for sure.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, Justin, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate that super chat. That's very kind. And for your special clip here, we're going to talk about how it's important to make sure you call the right number. And if you don't, well, you may get her.
Hello? What number are you calling? You've dialed the wrong number! Sorry! What good is that? How can you ever repay the 30 seconds you have stolen from my life? I hate you, your husband, your children, and your relatives!
Wow, dude, she uh she
She's
needs some
intense.
anger management, dude. Yeah.
No coffee for her.
No, she gotta cut it off. Um, Okay, got a couple more super chats that have come through here. So let me get those up to the front. One's from Denisha. What's up, Denisha, with a $2 super chat?
Oh,
Says, Destin, we love being digital bouncer.
thank you,
Oh,
Denisha. Denisha's great. She's been there whenever I transitioned my channel a year ago when I,
mm-hmm.
met you and
Yep.
everybody else and everything. Denisha's been there since the beginning. Jen and Denisha, y'all are always so great to me. Really
Yes.
appreciate it. And yes, they are. That's what I call them. They're my digital bouncers, and they're
I
also
love it.
yours.
They are, man.
Yeah,
It's so cool. I know. They're great people. Really are.
yeah,
So faithful
yeah,
and kind and just great friends. You
yeah.
can always count on them.
Yes, you
Always.
can.
And you know
Thank you,
what?
Denisha.
Yeah, thanks, Anisha. We appreciate it. So, something else that you can also always count on is being safe at work, because it is, Destin, very, very important to make sure. So let's continue with our work safety tips for tonight. And Denisha, this one's for you. Thank you so much. Man, it's burned the whole place down.
Jeez,
Whew, bro. Um, okay.
they're having a
Uh,
bad day. All of
they
them.
seriously, like, right? You see things like that, you're like, man, my day's not as rough as I thought it was, actually,
Yeah.
Um, and we got three more super chats to get through. Justin coming in with another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Says, no, I'm saying let's switch them. So Richie is the nephew. Vince is just some rando drunk or whatever he's supposed to be. I don't know. He was useless. I know.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I got you, man. That makes sense. So if Richie ended up being the reveal at the end in Stu's house, is that Stu's my uncle?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Ooh, Destin,
I'll
how would you have felt about that?
I mean, I would have liked it better if that did happen, you know. Um, it would have hit a little bit harder, but I
Yeah.
kept thinking throughout the entire movie with Amber living there, I kept thinking that she was related to Stu somehow,
Yep.
like
Yep.
like the house, like maybe that's his niece or something, I don't know.
Hmm.
Um, and like at the beginning when Ghostface sends that video of Tara combing her hair to, whenever at the very beginning where you see Ghost in the
Yes.
camera, I
Yep.
kept thinking like, wouldn't that have been so cool if that's actually Stu filming her, you know, like
Oh yeah.
because
Oh
he's
yeah,
living in that house with his family.
dude.
So
Hey
I don't
man, what
know.
if it was him filming her?
Yeah,
Still,
they
I
could.
mean,
I
what
mean,
if
they
it's?
could make up in this one that
Hmm.
like they could go back and say, hey, actually, this was what was going on, and just make up
Yeah,
for what they did.
it
Or
could.
yeah,
Man, love it. That's wow. Okay, Justin, I got you, man. That would have added a lot more. It would have added some
yeah,
more punch to it. Um, all right. So for Justin's next clip, let's see here. I think I got one more safety clip we can get to, Destin. Let's hear what this fella's. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Maybe I don't. Maybe I used them all. I think I did use all those. All right. So let's go ahead then and talk about another type of safety. That's home safety, because a lot of times your appliances can be your own worst enemy, like in this case.
In the water, and you gotta hear these clicks. Oh God, what? Oh God, what's happening?
Dang. Oh,
oh
that
my,
hurt. That probably hurt, man.
yeah, that's funny. I'm never buying one of those machines.
I'm not either, dude. Seriously, not doing it. Nope. Sounds great in theory and all, but no, 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 no.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's keep it moving. I got a couple more super chats that have come through, and then we'll get to some other questions too. Keep in mind, guys, your super chats do move to the front of the line, as I promised. And Mrs. Gonza coming back with a $5 super chat. All right, thank you so much. She says Jill is electrocuted. Stu is electrocuted. Dynamic duo. Haha. Insert train sound noise. Stu, Stu. Yeah. What do you think, Destin?
I've thought about this. Yeah. Yeah. Miss Gonza, I like the way you think. That's what I was thinking as well. Like they could both come back, and that would be crazy
Whoa.
if they came back together. You
Oh
know?
my gosh, bro. It would be nuts.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? My brain would be like unable to compute it, but I would love it. I don't care. I would absolutely just I would just absorb it. I would take it in,
Yeah.
and then I would go back and watch the movie like 10 times in theaters
Yep.
just to keep seeing it happen over and over again. Well, you know, Mrs. Gonza, there's only one clip that fits this. And Destin, I think you know what it
I
is.
already know.
I think it's time for Matthew Lillard to tell us what's up. So, guys, let's get it up.
How would you envision Stu returning to Scream 5?
Scarred. Well, he's not in 5, I'll tell you that. But whenever he comes back somewhere in the future, because that's what happens in horror movies all the time, they bring the killers back. He's scarred, but yet handsome with great abs.
He feels he didn't die.
I didn't, dude. I will throw a TV on my face right now to prove it. On TV, I will be like, here's the deal. This 2-ton TV, I'm going to throw on my face. And if I die, then I will let this moment go.
I think the TVs now you wouldn't die, but the TVs back then you definitely would.
I would not die. I would not die. They had to add those sparks. Those sparks aren't real.
So I would like to argue on behalf of the stupids out there that he is still alive.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
Yeah. That doesn't get you excited. I don't know what will.
I know. It's like, man, if you don't have a pulse, if that doesn't get you fired up, you get just something wrong. Hey, real quick, want to say goodnight to Sarah. Take care, Sarah. Thanks for popping in tonight. I really do appreciate it.
Good
you
night,
have a good
Sarah.
night's rest. All right. And Katie, I appreciate you, Katie and Denisha and Jen moderating the rest of the stream tonight. Much appreciated. All right. Now we've got another $5 super chat coming in again from Justin. What's up, my man? Thank you for your generosity tonight. My goodness. So awesome. Thank you. It says plot twist. Principal Hembry comes back as the surprise killer. Motive? He hates today's youth starting back at the 90s. He's the mastermind, not Stu. Ooh. Whoa, Henry Winkler. Dude, what would you, because he was hung up by the goalpost. Or
I always wanted to see that, man.
I know. Wouldn't that have been
They put that
amazing?
on screen.
I mean, I guess they could always say, it really wasn't Principal Hembry. It was actually, they were mistaken. They thought it was Principal Hembry. If you wanted to go this route, again, I'm just kind of playing off the theory here. I mean, listen, I'm a huge Henry Winkler fan. I think the guy's great. I don't think we'll ever see anything like this happen, but it's fun just to, suspend disbelief for a little bit and play around with the idea. It's not a real theory. Yeah, I know. Justin's like, it's not a real theory. Yeah, totally not. I figured you were you were just having a little bit of fun. But could you imagine though? These kids today make me sick. You and
Yeah.
your whole thieving, whoring generation despise me. I could keep going, but I'll stop there. Got the script memorized. Oh, Justin, you're all right, buddy. You're all right, man. I love it. Absolutely love it.
You
Let
know,
me put it this way. Oh, go ahead, Destin. Go ahead.
I was just going to say something. I was thinking this earlier when we were talking about the wrongfully accused musical.
Yeah.
I start thinking about maybe that's where Samara Weaving comes in dressed like Gail.
Yes. Agreed. 100%. I didn't mention that either. I think so. Because remember that dress? It's
Mhm.
a carbon copy color
Yeah.
of Scream 1's Gail's dress from Scream 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. She could be playing Gail in that musical. I think you're right. It seems to me it just makes sense. Like, why is Samara Weaving wearing this lime green, neon green dress that matches Gail, and she's on what looks to be backstage
Yeah.
with a stage curtain up, the whole
Yeah.
thing? Yeah, dude, I think that's it, buddy.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
she's part of the acting class or something that's working
Yes,
there. Yeah.
that's right. That's exactly what I think it's going to be, and we're going to see her going to rehearsals, and she's going to be part of the group. Totally.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, Justin, for your chat clip, when it comes to this, if we did see Hembry back, Destin, it would be very confusing.
Is confusing.
It is confusing. Say your god pronouns.
Oof.
It is. It would be very confusing.
Yes, it would.
And it'd be like, why?
Yeah, exactly. What are we? Wait, I can't. I can't get Stu, but you're bringing me back Hembry.
Yeah.
But I can't get Stu. What are you doing? Oh, dang.
Now it could be somebody related. I don't know.
It sure could be. Yeah, absolutely. Justin with another $2 super chat. It's not real. Oh, yeah, it's not made it up. That's awesome. Justin, that's hilarious, man. I love it. Oh my gosh. All right. Wow. Dude, it's crazy. We've been going an hour and a half, and it's like this just feels like there's still so much.
Yeah.
We haven't even scratched the surface.
That's how it is with the streams, you know. It's just it goes by so smoothly and you lose time, really.
You do.
Every time I do a stream, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. It's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I have to
Yes.
make myself go to bed.
You do. You literally have to do it. And especially when you're like, you're vibing, and then like tonight now, we've still got almost 80 people that are with us
Wow.
right now. I mean, and this is almost midnight Eastern on a work night, school night. And it's incredible. We're gonna go a little bit longer. Guys, we're at 81 likes. We're trying to get to 100. We're 19 from goal. So we're going to go here. If you guys can help us get to 100 thumbs up, we would greatly appreciate that. And we would feel like we hit our goal for the night, that you guys enjoy the content. So if you're having fun and you're enjoying the stream, all that we ask, just to smash the thumbs up button. Let us know that you're having fun tonight with
That's all you
these
gotta
theories.
do. It's an easy click away.
It is.
Just do it.
It is just right there. Cody says, my birthday is on February the 5th. I'll be 30. I hope Craven will be on that night. Well, let me see. What day is it? What day is it? The 5th? The 5th is on a Sunday, so probably no, that's Super Bowl Sunday. There will be no streaming on that's Super Bowl Sunday. I'll be watching Tom Brady and my Bucks in the Super Bowl. So no, there'll be no streaming on the 5th, but a happy early birthday. Either way.
We got a Friday the 13th coming up too.
That's
This
right.
Friday.
Which, by the way, you know what comes out Friday, right?
Sick.
Yes.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I actually forgot about it. I forgot about it there for a minute. I remember when I was hearing people that saw early screenings or something, they were talking about it, and then like it was all hush. It was like I didn't hear anything, and then this like just surprised me. Like I was like, oh, I hope that it being on
Yeah.
Peacock doesn't mean that it's bad. I hope it's not like one of
Right.
those movies that are like being dumped.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I mean, here's the thing though. The biggest thing that gives me hope is that
Kevin Williamson.
it's Kevin Williamson co-wrote it and he produced it with Blumhouse.
Mm,
So that's the saving grace, if you will, of why I'm so optimistic.
yeah,
And man, we haven't seen Kevin Williamson back in a slasher film like this. I'm trying to get my hopes up like ridiculously high, but I have
yeah,
to tell you guys, they really are high. I really am looking
yeah,
forward to this movie. I'm counting the days down. Like I'm ready for Friday morning to crank that sucker up because as soon as I watch the video, I'll be making a video immediate reaction review of the movie. But I'm ready, Destin.
yeah. Me too.
Yeah, man. What level is your expectation for this? Are you
I'm
what
I'm
do you think?
I'm hoping for the best. I know little to nothing about this movie, and that's the way I want to keep it. I don't want to
Hmm.
watch anything. I don't want to go and rewatch a trailer or anything like that. I just want to go in blind. And now I'm not. You could answer this. I'm not sure. Is it a whodunit or is it just a home invasion?
I don't know for sure.
Okay.
If it's I know that the person is you don't see who it is as best I can tell. They have a mask and a hood. So I'm hoping that we get a mystery, dude. I seriously do.
Yeah.
But if we don't, if it's just, straight up, then I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
But with Kevin Williamson, I'm just really hoping for the witty lines, the dialogue. He's so good at
The cleverness. Yeah.
this. Yeah, smart script.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. That's the hope.
And he's so good at like character building too.
Yes.
Just the lines and everything. Like, look at him writing The Faculty. Like,
Oh yeah,
you
man.
really got attached to those characters. Like, it focused on those characters before stuff really started happening.
Hmm. That's right. He has a knack for it, and it was missing so badly in Scream 5. You
Yeah.
could just tell that was not a Kevin Williamson story. It was
Yeah.
some of that clunky dialogue. But man, anyway, I really hope. I mean, I'm hoping that on Friday we're like, oh wow, that was really good.
Yeah.
And speaking of another super chat's come through from Callum. What's up, Callum? With a $2 super chat, I much appreciate that. Will a survivor from Scream 5 be a killer in 6?
Mm.
Ooh, Destiny, why don't you start us off, and then I'll finish with my thoughts.
Callum, I hope so. I think that's what this franchise needs is something that is, if it's not connected to something from, back in 4 or earlier or Sam's past or Tara's past, it needs to be somebody that we've seen before. And as much as I do enjoy 3 and Roman being that killer, it would have been, I think it would have hit me a lot harder if we would have seen him somewhere in 1 or 2. And maybe we didn't know much about him, but he had a presence, and it could have gave us that feeling that he's been there all along. Honestly, I think it would be great. Like, I started thinking that this could, I don't know who it would be. The only 2 that I feel like that it could possibly be is either Mindy or Tara. Like, I just feel like that would really get us. Like, and the reason why I say that, and I know I can just start brainstorming Scream all the time, and I'll just go down rabbit holes here. But
Yeah.
with that whole thing about there's that friction between the Carpenter sisters about Tara's dad leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And if Tara ever finds out the real, she might, after what happened to her, and maybe there's more to that story that we haven't been told, that only Sam knows, and maybe Tara discovers that, and now Tara turns on her sister.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Wow.
she was a victim last time, but she survived. But now she's turned. It's personal. I don't know. I like it. I like it, Callum. I think that would be.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have a lot of weight. I think that would work.
Okay, so, and based on what we talked about earlier too, with the fear potentially, I don't know this for a fact, the potential concern for the studio is, can they afford Jenna? Maybe they decide to go that route and make her. It would be a shock. It would be a total shock
Mm-hmm.
if that was to happen. So I could see that. I don't want to, but I could see that. But the individual for me, if I had to pick one person to be the killer, if this scenario was going to play out, it has to be Mindy. She is the most sus for me of the core four,
Mm-hmm.
because I still do not buy that whole shoulder stab. She gets stabbed in the shoulder one time and she passes out for 30
Yeah.
minutes
Yep.
and it goes to sleep on the floor while the entire third act of the movie is taking place. And then she wakes up at the end. Dude, I never felt that felt right to me.
Yeah.
That's too sus to me, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. And this whole thing they already got us from the teaser thinking she's about to die. Like
Yeah.
she's in harm's way. But what if this is like Ghostface grabs her? Maybe it's a prank, or maybe it's the other Ghostface she's working with, and it just cuts away. And then later on, we really see that this is just them two working together,
Mm-hmm.
or three. Hopefully we get three.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So I'm with, yeah, man. I mean, if we find out Mindy was the third killer in 5, that would be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
I would be down with that for sure, man. Chris from Discover Montreal says it was just poor writing. Now, Chris, about Mindy being asleep for 30 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I can't. It's hard to argue that if it turns out she's not a killer. If it turns out she's a killer, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. But yeah, we'll see.
But I've always wanted that in the Scream movie. I've always wanted somebody that survived from the last movie be the killer in the next one.
For sure. Same. Well, you know what? Let's see what Stu Mocker has to say about this super chat clip from Callum. Thank you so much, man. Let's see what Stu says.
Hello? Oh, Stu. What's your motive? Billy's got one. The police are on their way. What are you gonna tell them?
Peer pressure.
Poor Tatum. Man.
Gone too soon.
Gone too soon.
And what's up with her twin bed?
The
2 beds in a room.
I know, man.
Yeah.
That's never been addressed yet. Never yet. Let's see here. So Lewis asked a question earlier. We'll get to some of these questions in the chat. So we're going to transition to your guys' chat, some of your questions now, as we start to wrap the stream up. And so we'll say another 20 minutes or so. So last call, last call for super chats, anything like that you want to send in, we'll get those in the next 20 minutes. We'll start going through. I have some questions that I've marked throughout the night. We'll start going through those, and we'll see how many we can get through. Got some good ones here. And we'll start with this one. Lewis asked the question, how would you feel if Sam was a killer in 6? Okay. Destin, I have strong feelings about this, but I want to hear your feelings on this.
All right. I actually think it's possible. I think it's a strong possibility. I just think it's too obvious almost with the way 5 ended. And if they did do something like that, I'd like it to be in 7. And if they do
Okay.
make Sam a killer, I want her to discover that she's a killer herself. Like
Mm.
maybe she didn't know that she did this, you know, like she's discovering right now that she is the killer as well. Like she's having these blackout moments or something. And I said a long time ago with the whole if there was like a Sam versus Stu moment
Hmm.
that if they did the camera work right and with Billy Loomis being in the mirrors and the reflections and stuff, like if
Yeah.
they're going at it and the camera's kind of like panning around from them stabbing each other and you just see Billy there just like nodding. So it's like Billy and Stu fighting really, you know?
Yes. Oh, so cool.
I think that would be
Yes.
really cool. I mean, if they could film it just right, Um, but yeah, like it with that one poster, and I don't know if you have it up or not, the
Um,
of all the different routes, like I wonder with Sam being there, and I know it's like just saying that she's connected to all this, everyone's dead on that poster, you know? And the people that are
mhm.
closest to Sam are killers, were the killers. So is
Yes.
she going to turn to be a killer and get killed?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's a great question because you're right. Everyone on this map except for Stu, which is pink, and you can see Sam with the
Yeah,
big circle there. But it seems like everything leads to her. Every single movie, you see that?
yeah,
It's like all of them lead back to her. And yeah, man. I mean, wouldn't that be something if that is in fact the case? And I've been saying for a while that I've always been very much for Sam rather being one of the Ghostface killers.
mhm,
And a lot of people really have a problem with it, and I get where they're coming from, and it's fine if you do, for different reasons. But I've always been on the side of wanting to see her go all the way into the dark side, ever since the death of Richie, which is the best kill of Scream 5, was done by Sam, not by the Ghostface killers.
right,
And if you have her now have tasted what that's like, now see her live out and give into it, I'm just saying, man, I could totally dig it. And I would be down with Sam going ballistic. And imagine, and Darrison, you and I've talked about this going back to, dude, I mean, I can remember how long ago it was, at least a year ago, talking about how, well, what if you have a situation where Tara has to kill her sister?
right, yeah,
Remember that?
mhm,
Long time ago, we talked about that for
yeah,
fun. And so that scenario is still in play. If you were going to go this route, you could have that huge confrontation between the sisters, and look out, you know.
yeah, and it goes back to that one line that Sam was having to Tara in the hospital was like, "I left to protect you," and she said, "Protect me from what? From you?"
Yes,
Because Sam knows she's unstable, and
that's
that
right.
makes me think that Richie was not her first kill. That maybe that's one reason why she distanced herself was because maybe this is just a maybe Tara's dad's not missing. Sam actually killed him in an
Oh man,
episode.
dude, if Marcus was with us right now from I shot him 6 times, he would be
I,
jumping for joy because he is all about this theory, dude. He loves this
hey,
theory.
I think I brought it. I think he was on one of my streams and we were talking about it. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah,
Is this? I mean, I'm down for that, dude. I would
And that
support
would
that.
cause friction between the sisters if Tara
That's
finds
right.
that out.
Yes, totally.
But then if something like that happens, I would say that the writers would be smart enough to say, okay, we found this out from Tara's eyes, discovering that Sam actually killed her dad causes the friction. But then by the time we get to the end, Tara's actually the killer because she's known this whole time, and she's gonna kill her sister now. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like they could go it any way, but like, I don't know. I just hope it's written well. Just please make a
Yes.
good story.
Right. I mean, all these theories we have, they're so fun and I love it. And we're going to keep doing it the rest of this month and wait till the trailer drops later this month.
Yeah.
Bro, we're going to have a whole new set of theories when we see that 2-minute trailer. But
Mhm.
we're going to continue doing it. But man, at the end of the day, I'll lay all these theories aside for a good movie. Just
Yeah.
give a good story,
Mhm.
And I want a mystery this time. I want a
Yeah.
real whodunit. That last one was not really a mystery element. I want to feel like Scream 1 and 2 and 3 and even 4.
Yeah.
I want to have that feeling back.
You want that jaw-dropping moment, like, "Oh,
Yeah,
wow, was not
right.
expecting that." Yeah.
When Jill takes off the mask and your jaw hits the floor.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Man,
talking about.
see, that's why I think that it lost its effect for me was because I was spoiled on who the killers were on 4 before I even walked in.
Hey Jim.
And I feel like if
Yeah.
I was not spoiled, I would have enjoyed the movie a whole lot more.
Dude, I promise you, I know you would have. I know you would have, dude.
Yeah.
Because you can't replace that surprise, that first
Yeah.
hit where it shocks you.
Yeah.
It's just
I mean,
whoa.
the whole movie, I kept thinking it's Charlie. Like Charlie's one of them, at least,
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I was like, they got a Culkin in here. Have you ever seen The Good Son? You remember that movie with Macaulay Culkin where
I
he
I
was a
do. He was evil, dude.
yeah, he was an evil kid.
Yes.
Him and Elijah Wood.
That's right. I saw that recently, actually.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, look at you go, man. You're a little turkey. Put that way.
Yeah.
We got a couple more super chats that have come through. All right. Well, we're going to move you up to the front of the line. Miss Gonza is back with a $5 super chat. Thank you. Okay, please settle a debate. All right, Destin, here we go.
All right.
6 ends on a cliffhanger with Stu calling Sydney. All right. Which line is better? Surprise, Sydney. Or I always had a thing for you, Sid. Ooh. Okay, Destin, man. Which one's better, man? Which one are you gonna use as if you were writing it?
I think if I was writing it, I would not 100% reveal it was Stu calling her at the end. I would have it as a cliffhanger. I would have it to where Sydney gets a phone call, picks it up, and it's just like, surprise, Sydney, or something. But if you say, I always had a thing for you, Sid, it's 100% like, oh, it's Stu,
Right.
And it's like, where do you go? Like, yeah, it's on a cliffhanger, but we already know where it's leading to. So
Right.
you don't want to do that in a Scream movie. You want to hold that reveal for the ending. But I would say surprise Sydney. I would say because that could be anybody really.
Yeah, totally. Okay. And so let's see. Okay. They're both really good. All right. So it's hard to pick. All right. In this scenario, if we know it's Stu, because it could change so all right. So Destin, before I answer, you gave us the answer of keeping it if it was ambiguous, you would go with surprise Sydney.
Yeah.
Now, let's say that the writing went the way Mrs. Gonza has put in, where she's the writer and she's saying, hey, Destin, Stu is calling Sydney. and I need to know which line, and the audience is going to know it's Stu. Everyone's going to know it's Stu. Which line do you think's better for me to write? Let's go with that scenario too.
Okay. Are we talking about Stu's voice or are we talking about Ghostface's voice?
Ooh. Oh, we're
Because,
getting technical, man. We're getting granular now. This is a
yeah.
good question. Hey, Mrs. Gonza, do me a favor. If you could just put it in the chat right now, I've got the chat caught up to the front. If you could just leave a comment, would you want Stu being in his normal voice or Ghostface voice? And then we're going to answer this. We're going to give you every bit of that super chat, your full money's worth for your generosity. So if you're still here, let us know. Is it Stu normal voice or good Ghostface voice? Ooh. Okay. So we'll give her okay, Ghostface. There we go. Ghostface voice.
If it's Ghostface voice, I won't surprise Sydney.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I agree. I'm 100% with you. That's what I want to.
Yeah.
Yes. I want that. I would just, could you imagine if, and you could do this reveal in a lot, and Ed and Destin, I'm not discounting your theory of not revealing it's Stu. I totally get that. But just for a second, let's play with the idea that they do reveal it to the audience.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of ways you can do that, right? Subtle ways, overt ways. Could you imagine, though, if the last thing you see is, and I'm getting a little nostalgic, but that's okay because I can.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do it. Could you imagine the last scene of the movie? Sydney picks up the phone. Hello, or you don't even see her. You hear her voice, supposedly be Sydney. We hear the voice. And the camera slowly pans from like mid chest or so up. And he's no mask on. It's Matthew Lillard. It's Stu in his real face. And he's replicating the scene in the kitchen doorway with the ghost, with the voice changer. Surprise, Sydney. Dude. And it goes to credits. Bro, seriously, Destin, just go there for a minute in your mind. Would you not pass out?
Probably. I would be I wouldn't get up. I would like the credits would have rolled. The lights would have came on.
Yeah.
The ushers coming in, cleaning up all my spilled popcorn. And I'm just still sitting there, just like,
yes,
just speechless. Like, I can't believe this. All right, I'm gonna have to watch the next showing. I would like literally buy tickets for the next showing, just to watch it all over again, just to see it from that perspective.
Yes. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, I can't even. That just gets me all fired up, man. I'm still getting myself all excited.
But here's the one thing, though. I just wanted to say earlier is like, if you do it in Ghostface's voice, like a phone call, like we were talking about.
Okay.
If you do it in Ghostface's voice and you say, "I always had a thing for you, Sid," and we all think it's Stu, and you don't deliver on that in the next one, you're gonna piss everybody off.
Yeah, you got to.
You're gonna have to deliver.
Because just as you and I, and probably 80% of the audience would be sitting in our seats until the crew was in, we would be getting out of our seats and leaving if that was not Stu Macher.
Right.
Because they deliberately jacked with us, dude. Our emotions, our feelings, our nostalgia, everything.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. So Mrs. Gonza, this is why I love you guys I love your questions. Everyone's, this sparks such great conversation, man. And is it not fun to go down these rabbit trails, and like I see a comment here from a time traveler who says, as a Stu atheist, in other words, he doesn't believe Stu's alive. Even I'll admit this is cool. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, no matter what side of the fence you're on here, this is fun. This is a good time, man, right here.
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it is. It's why we're all here. It's why 70 people are here with us at almost 12:30 Eastern on a work and a school night, because it's fun. We're having a good time, And
Yeah.
so, Mrs. Gonza, thank you for your super chat and your great question, because I really enjoy picturing that right now. I'm still kind of like, dang, I really want to see that shot in my head, come to
It's like,
pass.
how do you top it?
I know. David Lewis says it would ensure a ton of people would come back for the next movie. Dude, no joke. Can you
Yeah.
imagine that? Destin, can you just think for a second? All right. We see this come to pass. And everybody in the chat, stay with me. Whether or not you're on a stew train or not, just get there for a moment with me. Let's have fun. We see this scene. We
Mhm.
leave the theater. Destin, we are making content for the next year to year and a half of every stew theory we
Yes.
could possibly come up with. How he's connected. Was he always connected? I mean, the conversations we would have would be insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. There would be no. It would be so crowded on the stew train after that. There's
Yes,
nowhere to
it
sit
would.
down.
There's literally nowhere to sit down. We're having to order in extra cars. They're going to, like the 10-mile long train.
Yeah.
It's and it would be so satisfying because
Yeah.
we were there the entire time. We were
Yeah.
always there. I was always conducting that stew train.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it'd be so
We'd have to
amazing.
do another trial.
Yes, we would. Totally, bro. Yes, seriously. Mrs. Gonza, that was so fun. Thank you for that moment. Thank you for that time and sparking such fun conversation. That was really cool. And you know what? The only thing that, I think after that happened, we'd be dropping our popcorn, we'd be dropping our sodas probably, and we just had to go grab a hot dog and get some spicy mustard.
Oh God.
We have to do it, man. Here we go.
Do you feel the hunger tonight? Are you a little hungry? I wanna be a hot dog, be a hot dog tonight. I'm a hot dog if you wanna take a bite. If you wanna dip me in spicy mustard, then you can. Because I'm a hot dog. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. That's so fun. Oh, Mrs. Gonza, you're all right. And we got another super chat that has come through from a Hollywood guy. What's going on, man? With a $5 super chat. That's very kind of you. Thank you. All right, Destin, here we go. I love it. I don't know what it says yet, but I already see the first. What 3 things? It already gets me excited. What 3 things do you want to see and not see in Scream 6? And what clues do you want to see happen to bring back Stu? Okay, so what clues do we want to see leading to Stu? Wow. Okay, this is great stuff. So let's start with the first part. What are 3 things you want to see, 3 things you don't want to see in this movie? You're muted. You're muted, Destin. You're muted in StreamYard.
My bad.
There we go. I was like, dang, man, he's really thinking hard.
Yeah. No, I want to see 3 killers. 1, 2, and 3. There you go.
Okay, let me stop you right there. I do too.
Yeah.
I do
That's
too.
gotta
So
be
that's one
3 or
for
more.
both of us.
I'll accept it. 3 or more.
3 or more. Same.
Another thing I want to see is the motive of the killers makes sense
Mm-hmm.
and is related and connected to the past somehow.
Yes.
I don't want it to just be fans or somebody that's obsessed with the stab movies or their lives or whatever. I want it to mean something. I'm not saying I want like a revenge story like Mrs. Loomis or something like that. I'm just saying that I want something that connects, because what I really want to okay, this goes into my third one that I want to see.
Okay.
Flashback scenes. To the
right.
original, to 1996,
Ooh.
to something to where we see Billy Loomis and Christina Carpenter, I think that's her name, Christina,
Yep.
had formed their relationship. And a way they could do that is I was thinking about that entryway at Stu's house when Billy shows up to talk to Sid, and you got Stu, you got Randy there, and you
Mhm.
see that's the moment where you see Billy going up the stairs with Sid.
That's right.
Everyone already knows what they're doing.
Yep.
And if the camera just pans over, if they shoot it right, you don't have to show everybody's face or anything. We just see the back of them going up the stairs, and you pan over, and we see Christina Carpenter there with a red Solo cup or something,
Mhm.
heartbroken because she
Yeah.
thought, yeah, because of Billy,
Yes.
and
Billy
she
just
storms out.
yeah.
That's just an example of I want to see flashback scenes to the original of how Sam is more connected to this universe.
Yeah, man. Good stuff. I mean, I have to say, I agree. I mean, not to just not to, I'm not trying to cop out, but I am honestly agree. I mean, you know, you touched on all of those things that are very, very important, and a good story, a good murder mystery. I want to harken back to that. One of the things I want to see again, we talked about it already, but I want this to be a who done it that's got a twist that I don't see coming
Yeah,
some way. I don't know. And again, I've said on the record, I do think if they're going to bring Stu back in this trilogy, I do think I hope rather it's 7. I still want it to be 7, not in
hmm
6, because I think it's the perfect way to end this whole thing. You started it at Stu's house, you end it with Stu back in the flesh. That's what I would
yeah,
like to see happen. Having said that, though, if he is in 6, if they do that, I will not complain to a single soul. I will be very happy. Um, but yeah, man, those are those three. Those are all great things. I completely agree. And I think to shift gears, like some 3 things we don't want to see. Um, what I don't want to see is them repeat the sins of the last movie in character development.
yeah,
Where they just don't give us enough. We have Chad in like 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say 4 scenes if I'm counting right. 5 scenes if you count the stretcher. And in all 5 of those scenes, he only has dialogue in the first one with Hobbs and Shaw at the picnic table
yeah.
and telling Liv he's not gonna go upstairs with her. Um, Let me see. Oh, and then when he's outside looking for Liv. Liv, Liv. That's all he said. That's all we get from Chad. I don't know him. I don't know.
A little bit at their house when they're all sitting around learning the
Yeah,
stab movies and stuff, but not much.
much. No, just that was Mindy's show. That was really
Yeah, that was
her
really Mindy's
biggest
show.
dialogue. Yeah, but it's just not much. In other words, there's not enough there to really know him. Like
Yeah,
I know who he is, but I don't know who he is. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And so I guess I'm just say, don't repeat those mistakes. I think those were writing mistakes. And to be fair, the first cut of the movie was 2 hours and 27 minutes. And or was it 217? Either way, it was something. It was 17 or 27. And they had to cut like 30 minutes out of the movie.
hmm
So maybe there was a lot more there. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, Destin, we can only base it on what we have,
right.
right? That's all we have. So anyway, so one of mine would be don't do that. Another one for me, and this some people agree, some are going to disagree. Don't kill Kirby or Yale. Either one of them.
Oh, you don't want either one?
Nope. And I know that's probably a tall order
Yeah,
because I think we'll probably lose one of the two. But I'm like, Gail needs to live. Dewey's gone. Sydney's not there. Let's hang on to Gail because we may not get Sydney in 7. I hope we
yeah,
do. But at least we could have Gail back again one
yeah.
more time. But dude, why would you bring Kirby back to kill her, Destin?
That's one of the things I don't want. That was going to be one of the things I was going to say is that that's just a sin. Like it would have been better if you just didn't bring her back at all. But you bring her back just to rip our hearts out again. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want that. I kind of want her to be somewhat of a hero in this one,
Mm-hmm.
similar to how Cotton Weary was in the end of the second one.
Yeah.
Coming in,
Mm-hmm.
taking them out, last minute. Um, I could accept it more if it was Gale over Kirby. If I had to pick,
Okay.
if I had to pick,
Yeah, I get that. I mean, because if you're gonna kill her off, just leave Kirby in the past. Just don't even
yeah,
resurrect her just to kill her again. Um, so yeah, I hear you, man. It's really hard. Um, and let me think. Is there anything else we don't want to see in 5? I mean, in 6. Well, again, I don't want to see. This is getting more on the technical side of the film. I don't want to see that cinematography, that tight 4:3 frame. It's like, dude, we have 16:9 TVs now. We don't have to have the 4:3 full frame shots. We can
right,
go wide.
yeah.
I know I'm being a little hyperbole, but you know what I'm saying. You know, um,
You want to feel the city, especially with the
yeah,
setting in this one. Make it feel big. Make it
yes,
feel like you're there.
yes,
Yeah,
especially in with the cityscape. Yeah,
yeah.
gosh, man, and I will give them credit in the trailer. I know it's probably just stock footage, but those overhead scenes to open up the teaser, where you're
hmm
seeing the whole cityscape, it's like, oh, nice.
That is nice.
I like that. It's a good start. Hopefully, we
Yeah,
continue that.
yeah.
Anything else you want to add on this list, man?
I don't want to see any goofy kills. I want
Uh,
if there's a kill, it's mean, it's vicious. We got chase scenes. That's one thing I should have said that I want. One of the three
oh,
things I want
me
in the
too.
movie. Yeah. But I want the kills to be serious. Don't
Mhm.
go cheese on it.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe more of a darker tone, if you will, a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, just some of it. 100%, man. Hollywood guy, thank you so much for your super chat again. That's so kind of you. Great questions. And let's see here. You know what? I'll tell you what. Let's kind of do a throwback here for a Hollywood guy. And we talked about dropping popcorn. We talked about eating spicy mustard and hot dogs. But you know what we haven't talked about yet, Destin? Is tasting the biscuit.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce.
Oh yeah.
She's so serious.
Oh yeah, man. She's like committed.
Yeah.
Oh, Gamut said Stu is definitely alive. Oh yeah. You know what's up. All right, let's get to some more questions. We'll go a little bit longer. Here we are saying we're going to stop at 11:30, and we're going to go a
Yeah.
little bit longer. It's just the way it goes,
I
man.
can go a little bit longer. I got to get up pretty
Can you?
early.
Okay,
Yeah.
man. All right.
Yeah.
You let me know how much more you can go. We'll start to wrap up. So we'll do last call. How about that? Last call, another 5-10 minutes. Does that work?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. All right. Last call, guys. We're gonna go 5 or 10 more minutes, and we're gonna shut it down. I'm gonna go back to my chats that I've queued up from earlier, and we will go ahead and start going through your questions from that you guys have left. And if you do submit a super chat, though, we'll get you in before we leave. We promised you that. And where is it at? I was going to show. Paula says just took a nap. Well, you're here just in time. We're going to go a little bit longer. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. We got 104 likes. Good job, everyone. Thank
Oh,
y'all. We did it.
nice.
Yay.
See, I knew we could do it.
Absolutely. 100% believed in you, everyone. Hollywood guy, take care, man. Thanks again for being here tonight. Great to see you. Appreciate it. Okay. So yes, we hit our over 100 likes, but if you haven't yet hit hit that thumbs up, please still do. The more we get, the better this will do in replay mode here in just a minute whenever we end the stream. Lady Luna says, I've got to get ready for my live stream that starts in an hour. Thanks for another amazing stream. I hope everyone has a great night. Lady Luna, that's awesome. You have an awesome stream. Are you streaming on Instagram? Let me know. If I'm still awake, or I'll probably be awake, but if I'm available and able to get over there, I'd like to pop in and say hi if it's a public stream.
Yeah.
So, Lady Luna, let me know before you leave, if you can, if you're still here. Where can I find your stream at? I'd like to check it out. Yeah. And thanks for being here. Okay. Where are we at here? Oh, that's cool. JT said, just shared your channel, Dustin. Destin.
Oh, thanks, JT.
Very cool.
Heck yeah. Appreciate that.
Yeah, guys. And just a reminder here, as we are starting to head towards the exit doors, please make sure you subscribe to Destination Station. Again, great friend of mine. He's a cool dude, as you can tell already, and great content. Always a pleasure to have him on and talk Scream. And it never gets old hanging out with you, man.
Yeah, same here, man.
Never
Like, I always
does.
look forward to it, you know?
Same.
Especially those big streams, you know, those wow.
Dude. Dare I say, I don't want to be like tooting my own horn because I'm not trying to, but can I just say that they can get legendary. Some of those are legendary in the community, I would think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, people have told me that at least.
Especially one that I can't remember much
The
about.
one you don't remember?
Yeah. Whose idea was it to take shots? I don't
I don't even
who brought that up.
remember. I don't know, dude. I
I'm
remember.
just not that guy.
Oh,
I'm just
dang.
not that guy.
I'm not either, dude. I'm not either. So
I'm not as
this
good
is-
as I once was.
well, we're getting older, my friend. Another
Yeah.
year, another year. I mean, I'll tell you. Mrs. Gunn says a celebrity get it up for 100 likes. I think we can do that. Yeah. Why not? We hit our goal. Let's get Stu back. Stu, let's go.
Yeah! I'm ready, baby! Get up! Get up! Get up!
You're gonna break a sweat.
Get up! It was fun.
Nice.
Very cool. Luna says she's on TikTok. Oh, okay. It's on TikTok. All right. Well,
I think I'm
Luna?
following Lady. Yeah.
Oh,
She's
are you?
been-
Okay. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. I think so.
Nice. Okay. Well, I'll try to get over there, Lady Luna. Hopefully I'll see you tonight. If I don't, then I want to definitely make the next one. But I will try to get over there tonight while you're streaming. That'd be really cool. Okay. Let's see here. A couple more questions, guys, and we're gonna. Excuse me. Oh, it's already sitting in. Here you go. It starts to creep in around midnight.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Jen said, "You're giving me nightmares with that dang hot dog." Jen. Okay. All right, we'll go 2 more questions, guys. Unless we get a super chat in the next, while we're going through these 2 questions, we're going to end it there. One of them is from Lewis. Lewis Smith says, what if the wrongly accused poster is a hint that Cotton is returning? I mean, Destin, do you think there's any chance that Cotton Weary makes a return?
I don't. I would say it's more likely that something is connected to Cotton. It's somebody that was mad about the whole entire situation, you know, more than it be Liv Schreiber coming back to play Cotton. I don't know. I don't even know if I would want it. I mean, as much as I hated to see him go and it stung, I just, in this this way, I don't know. I don't know if I would want it. Now, I will accept something like if there is a wrongfully accused musical, like it seems like there's somebody playing the character of Cotton Weary that maybe is within the group or something, like
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could still kind of have his presence there through that character, kind of like how they did in Scream 3 with Dewey, guy playing Dewey, the guy playing Sydney, playing Gail, like just another character. So
Yeah.
I don't know. What about you? Would you want
Yeah.
Cotton to return or?
I mean, it would be. I don't. Again, he wasn't shot in the head. We give him that. I know that. I could say that, but it just seems like I think I don't know that I would like it either. Just to be honest,
Yeah.
Um, again, if they did it, I'm not saying I would not give it an open mind and opportunity, but I don't. If I was writing it, I don't think I would write it that way personally. Just me.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, though. I love Cotton. I love Lee Schreiber.
Mm-hmm.
Great actor.
Mm-hmm.
Great character. I wanted more from Cotton in 3. I want
Yeah.
him to be there for the whole movie, honestly. But I understood why Wes did it. But at the same time, yeah, man, I think I'd rather see him stay in the past just for me. But if they ended up going that way, I would definitely be open to it.
Yeah.
I would.
That would definitely need a flashback scene.
It would. Yes.
We need to know. We need to see it.
We do, for sure. Troy says with a $2 super chat, thank you, Troy. Says with no Sydney, please move on from the past. I mean, yeah, I get that. I get that sentiment, and I know that. And I understand why a lot of people have the kind of just want to just cut clean. Like I know, like Destin, there's a lot of people that want Gail to die because they want to actively move away and start fresh. They want a whole fresh thing.
Mhm.
So I respect that. I do that view. I just don't share it. My
Yeah.
view is just a little different. I am one that because and again, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I was there in 1997. I saw it in theaters. Like I've
Mhm.
seen every movie in theaters,
Me too.
and you have too. So there you go. It's to me the perspective's a little different. I want these characters to stay.
Yeah.
And I'm not opposed to new ones, but I'm like, let's.
Save that for the TV show.
What's that?
Save that for another TV series or something. Yeah.
Sure. Or even down the road at
Yeah.
some, you know. But if I can see Jamie Lee Curtis playing Laurie Strode in her 60s, then I can certainly see Nev Campbell at 50
Right.
playing Sydney. I mean,
Yeah.
so, but again, I respect it, Troy. I get it, and I think that's completely fine. To want that. I just really do hope Sydney's back in 7. And look, the writers did this to themselves whenever they put Sydney or Sam as Billy's daughter. The minute
Mhm.
they made that decision, Destin, they're
Mhm.
connected to the past.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think she'll make a return. I think she's just sitting this one out until that price is right. And I mean,
Yeah.
even if she's not even in 7, somewhere down the line they're gonna bring her back to get
Mhm.
to revitalize it or something, like the final showdown, or something. Back to Woodsboro, you know.
Yeah, man. They've got to. I mean, they don't have to, but I would think so. Yes.
Yeah.
I really do. Troy, thank you so much for your super chat. That's very kind of you. And like I say, I totally respect that. But if we never see Sydney, I'll be feeling kind of like Mel. Yeah, just it'd be too bad. Um, and Jennifer coming in with a $2 super chat says, no question, Just wanted to send love and thanks. Aw, that's so kind of you, Jennifer. Thank you. Truly, truly, truly is. All right, guys. Well, listen. Let's see if we can squeeze one more in. Then this is it. It. Now, yeah. So JT, I said that they're going to be streaming a movie or something. So JT, wow, cool, man. Well, have fun with your movie tonight. That's awesome. Uh, okay. Last question, guys, for the night. We're going to call it, which is amazing still to have 73 people here at
Wow.
almost 1 a.m. Eastern. Pretty amazing
Yeah.
weekend. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So Gabriel came in with a question, and I know we couldn't get to everybody's. There's so many great questions, guys, that we just did not get a chance to get to tonight. I really appreciate you submitting them. And again, that's why I stream at least 3 times a week. I stream on Saturday nights, on Monday nights, and tomorrow you're getting a bonus stream. I didn't even mention this earlier. But tomorrow I'm going to be streaming at 5:20 p.m. Central. Weird time of the day, and I've only got an hour window, so I've got to stop at 6:30. So it's going to be super quick. I'm like just jumping in to spend some time with you guys for an hour tomorrow, 5:20 p.m. And the stream is already set up here on the channels. You can go hit the notify me button to get a reminder. All right, Destin, we're going to end it with this one. My friend Gabriel says, who do you want to survive and who do you think will survive? So who do you think should survive? So how about we do it like this? Who do you want to survive and who do you think will survive? Thanks.
Who I want to survive it would have to be, honestly, if I had to pick, I want Kirby to survive.
Nice. Okay.
And the other one, who do you think will survive? I think that, I don't know. I think I want to say that Sam's not going to survive just because of that one poster, but I really want to see Tara survive. I want to see Jen Ortega's character. I want her to survive.
Me too, man. Yes. And so basically then if you had to pick, your must-haves is Tara and Kirby.
Yeah. I want Kirby to survive, but I think who will survive the most is Tara.
Okay, gotcha.
That's what I mean.
Okay. I'm gonna say the one I want to survive the most is going to be Tara. And then it comes down to Kirby and Gale, and this is, oh man, this is ridiculous. You know what? I don't have to pick. I'm going to say both of them. So just because I can, I want to say both. So I want Kirby, Gale, and Tara to survive. There you go. That's what I want. And do I think they all will? I think, Destin, I think Gale or Kirby might not make it. One of them.
Oh, I do too. I think one of them, we're saying goodbye to one of them.
Yes. I think so. And real quick, the time for the stream tomorrow, guys, it's here on the, if you guys all go and click that link right now, you can set a button that says notify me. Just click it. It is at 5:20 Central. That's 6 p.m. I'm sorry, 6:20 p.m. Eastern. So Central's 1 hour earlier than Eastern. So if you're on the Eastern time, it's going to be 6:20 p.m. But to make it simple, you just click this link right now and go to I already have it set up. You can set a reminder. And by the way, if you don't mind, smash that thumbs up button. You can actually do that right now in advance. And that will help the stream before we even get started tomorrow. We'd greatly appreciate that. And I do hope you will all join me if you're able tomorrow at that unusual time. I normally don't stream on Tuesdays. It's a special thing. I had a little window open that I normally don't. So I said, I'm going to spend an hour with you guys every chance I get. So hopefully you will all be there. And we got a last minute, just at the buzzer, Destin. We got a super chat. One more super chat from David. Thank you, David, for your $5. That is very generous of you. Appreciate you supporting the channel. Says, I think they set up Stu going after Tara because in the opening scene, when asked who the killer and stabber was, she only said Billy. Oh, yeah. Destin, you remember that moment?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, and you remember how the voice changes was Billy and Stu Macher.
Right.
Oh, dude.
And you know what? I knew whenever I saw that, I said, I wonder if Craven's going to be feeling the same way. Like, about that. Did he catch this or not? It's just too much. It's just,
Yes, sir.
But why? Why is Stu going after Tara?
Mm-hmm. It's the
just
mystery.
To get to Sam?
I think so.
Just to bring Sam back.
To bring Sam back, because that way, because if my theory is correct, where Stu's ultimate goal is to have a relationship with Sam, not necessarily romantic. I'm talking about rekindle that kind of murdering relationship he had with Billy.
Mm-hmm.
He's missing that. He's not ever had it again. Then the motive ultimately is to get to Sam because he wants to be close to her. So yeah, man, I tell you, I think that Stu's been involved with this. I think I'm going to go out and say it. I haven't said this in a while, but I still believe it. I think Stu is on the phone with Tara in the opening. I think that is him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's him. I believe it. I always have. And every time I watch Scream 5 here at the house, every time I hear that whole dialogue, I'm like, that's Stu Macher talking. That is Stu. And you think about those questions, not to rehash 5, but remember the wording. Like, she's like, elevated horror. And what does he say, Destiny? Goes, elevated horror. What's that?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Well, that's something like some old man like I would say, not a kid in a friend group.
That's true.
That's an odd thing to say, Destin.
Yeah.
What is that? What's elevated horror?
Yeah.
That sounds kind of fancy pants.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? So I'm like, all of that dialogue, I always felt it was very suspicious.
Yeah.
And I thought revealing. So, and every time I watch it, I'm like, there's no way that's a 17-year-old kid and her friend group not knowing what elevated horror is and the Babadook and all this. So anyway, just things to think about and to ponder. But David, I appreciate your super chat. Yeah, man, that is I think that you're onto something, man. I do. Thank you for sending that in at just in time. We were just about to sign off, but I will do a clip for you, my friend. And I think, you know what, we'll end up here on some dancing because, Destin and I we'll end up dancing our way off the stream here in just a moment. And who better, Destin, to lead us in dance than Crispin Glover himself. So let's fire it up, Crispin. And let's dance to celebrate that super chat. Yeah.
I just have to ask, what is that sound?
Okay. So funny story. So obviously the video footage is from Friday for part 4.
Right.
And what I did was I said, I'm going to put something completely different for the music. And so I went on YouTube, true story, and I typed in worst song ever made. And this was like in the top, I don't know, 6 results, I think. It's
Yeah.
this yodeling, you're like you whatever it's going to, it's not even yodeling. I don't know what it is. A horror show is what it is. And I'm like, this is perfect. So I recorded it over the dancing tracks.
Yeah.
And then at the last one, that second part, after he goes, la, 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 after that, when he goes, I
Yeah.
actually reversed the audio track. It's playing backwards.
Oh, wow.
So that's why it's doing that. That's all in reverse.
I was wondering. I was like, what is this from? That's great, man.
Thank you, buddy. Troy says that music makes more sense than the original. That's hilarious, man. Yeah. I mean, seriously, like this whole thing right here. Right there. That's here he goes. There. That's reversed.
It's almost like he's doing it.
Yes. I swear. I'm like, this really looks like he's dancing to that noise.
Yeah.
It's like he's really getting into it.
Yep.
Oh, David, you're very welcome, David. And that was a great comment that you made. And I'm with you 100%. I am the self-professed conductor of the stew train, or as Destin has coined, I am now the Destin. What do you call me?
The Godfather of Woodsboro.
Dude, that's an honor. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. That's
Yeah.
so cool. It is a real honor, and this has been so much fun, man. Destin, guys, listen, all of you, subscribe to Destination Station. I know I've said it again. I'm gonna say it again. Please do. Philip says it's nice someone's gagging to death. That was kind of my point. That was what I was going for. But seriously, guys, make sure you subscribe to Destin. Great guy, great content. He does great live streams. He makes videos on screen and theories, and it just great
Short
stuff.
films.
Short films, yeah,
little
dude, your
fun.
short films are great.
Yeah.
They're hilarious.
Did you watch my last one?
Tell me which the last one was again.
The Michael Myers versus the Grinch for Christmas.
Oh yes, I did see that
Yeah.
one, dude. Bro, I just love it, man. You know, it's so cool to take things out of the mindset and mindscape and put them into the real, the real filmscape and
Yeah.
make it happen,
Yeah, have some fun with it.
Have fun with it, and that's what you did. Oh, they're very entertaining. And the first one, remind me the other one, because I've seen it a couple times. It was Michael Myers
and Freddy
and
Krueger.
Freddy. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A Nightmare Before Halloween.
Before Halloween. Yep.
Yeah.
Just fun stuff, man. You guys have a great time on Destin's channel.
Yeah.
Just
Thanks,
you
man.
just kick back, hit the playlist, and let it roll, and you'll be entertained. I guarantee it. So do that. And he's a great supporter of the community and friend to me and the channel. So, Destin, this was fun, man. Thanks for hanging out for a couple hours tonight. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. It's been great.
You're welcome, man.
I'm always down to talk some screen, and this can't be our last stream before the movie comes out.
No way, man. In fact, whenever we do, when the trailer comes out this month, we need to get together again. If not before then, for sure. After the trailer's out, I want you back, and we got to continue our discussion with new information.
Absolutely.
It's going to be awesome. And for everyone in the chat, I want to say thank you to all of you for hanging out with us tonight. For all of you that were able to give your super chats, thank you for your generosity. For everyone else, thank you for being here as well, for hitting that thumbs up button. You help us get to goal. We're at 114. So we exceeded goal. That's an awesome thing, man. And for everyone else, and to Two Boys and a Scary Pops for gifting a membership. Thank you for that as well. And for everyone in the chat, I'll be back tomorrow at 5:20 p.m. Central, 6:20 p.m. Eastern for 1 hour. So it's going to be really quick. So if you can get there early, because we're going to hit it and we're going to go for an hour, and I got a hard stop, but it's going to be fun. Destin, I'll see you backstage. Everyone else, we will catch you hopefully tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone. Good night.
Bye, everybody.